My name is Karina Norberg, and I'm making this opening statement on behalf of Jean and Mrs. Constance Vernon. The plaintiffs request the mediator to find a solution to this dispute. A fair solution would recognize that, pursuant to UCC 22041, a contract for sale of goods was made between the parties. The plaintiffs bring this present claim for breach of contract against the defendants with basis on the provisions of the Uniform Commercial Code. For instance, Section 204 of the UCC does not impose on the parties any requirement or formality for contract formation besides showing that the parties intended to contract. The plaintiffs are in the best position to demonstrate that both parties intended to contract. As Jean Vernon testified, the parties entered into an oral agreement on August 20, 2016, by which the defendants accepted to buy Riot Foods, a company owned by the plaintiffs. Given the absence of a written document, the defendants now deny the existence of such agreement. However, the UCC is clear when permitting the parties to form a contract, even if it lacks some material terms, so long as the parties' conduct reveal their intent to be bound by an agreement. In the present case, the defendant's conduct corroborates the terms agreed on by the parties in their oral agreement. Per contract, the defendants agreed to purchase Riot Foods and all its assets, which included a truck and trailer, all the necessary equipment to run the business, and to continue working at the events secured by the plaintiffs. The defendants' conduct certainly shows that they perform accordingly to the oral agreement. For instance, immediately upon agreement, the defendants took possession of the company's assets and profited from using the truck, the trailer, the refrigerators and freezers, roasters, kitchen equipment, chairs and tables, fountain service, the signs, and lighting equipment at the 8 events remaining for the season in 2016. It was not until after the last event of the season at which Riot Foods had a concession agreement that the defendants breached the contract. It is without question that the $15,000 paid on August 20th, 2016, which the defendants do not deny, does not constitute reasonable consideration for the right to use the truck, the trailer, and all the other assets at the events remaining for the season. Therefore, it is reasonable to conclude that the $15,000 paid by the defendants was received as part of payment of a much larger amount promised to the plaintiffs. With respect to this point, the defendants may argue that the agreement should be treated as an option contract pursuant to Section 205. But we reject the existence of an option contract given the fact that the parties did not sign any document containing such agreement. The absence of a written document proves that a valid option contract does not exist. We should note that the UCC could be very relaxed regarding contract formation rules, but with respect to option contracts, it has imposed specific formalities upon which the validity of such agreement is conditioned. Finally, abundant applicable case law would support the plaintiff's argument about the existence of a valid contract for sale of goods under the code. To this date, the defendants have failed to pay the remaining $155,000 of the purchase price, despite running Riot Foods from August 21st until October 18 of 2016. and despite having been approved, a credit from their bank, which would satisfy the amount owed to the Vernons. Thank you.